The obstacle that ruined one man's dream later turned out to be the reason he became a legend. If that obstacle had moved even 1 minute earlier, he would have died. This isn't just a story about failure. It's about the hidden purpose behind every obstacle in your path. There was once a young man named Kabir who lived in a small mountain village. Since childhood, he had only one dream: to become the best architect in the country and build homes that would last for generations. His father was a humble stonemason. Every evening, after a long day of hard work, his father would place a rough stone in front of Kabir and say, "Life is exactly like this stone. The world only sees a rock, but with patience, someone can turn it into something beautiful." Kabir never forgot those words. Years passed. He studied under lantern light while his friends slept. He skipped festivals to prepare for exams. He worked part-time carrying bricks just to pay for books. Finally, the biggest opportunity of his life arrived. A famous construction company in the city had announced a competition. The winner would receive a scholarship and a lifetime career. Thousands applied. Only 10 finalists were invited. Kabir was one of them. The interview was the next morning. His entire village celebrated. His mother prepared sweets. His father hugged him with tears in his eyes. "Tomorrow," his father whispered, "your life changes forever." That night, Kabir couldn't sleep. He imagined his future: a better home for his parents, education for his younger sister, a life free from poverty. Before sunrise, he packed his documents and began walking toward the mountain road that connected the village to the city. The journey would take 4 hours. He walked quickly. His heart was racing. Every minute mattered. Then, halfway through the mountain pass, he heard a loud cracking sound. Before he could react, a massive landslide crashed onto the road. Huge rocks covered the only path. Dust filled the air. The road disappeared. Kabir stood frozen. No, this can't be happening. He tried climbing over the rocks. He slipped. He tried another route. The mountain was too steep. He shouted for help. No one came. Hour after hour passed. His interview time slipped away. As the sun set, Kabir finally accepted the truth. His greatest opportunity was gone. That evening, he returned home in silence. His mother opened the door with hope in her eyes. One look at his face, she understood. Nobody spoke during dinner. His father simply placed a hand on his shoulder. Kabir couldn't hold back anymore. He burst into tears. "I've worked my entire life, and everything ended because of one obstacle I couldn't contain." For weeks, he refused to leave his room. He blamed fate. He blamed the mountain. He blamed God. He even blamed himself. Every dream seemed meaningless. One afternoon, an old traveler arrived in the village. He had seen many countries and lived through countless hardships. The old man noticed Kabir sitting alone near the river. "Why does a young man carry the face of someone who has already given up?" he asked. Kabir explained everything. When he finished, the old traveler smiled. "You're angry because the mountain blocked your path." "Yes. But are you certain it blocked your future?" Kabir frowned. "Isn't that the same thing?" The traveler shook his head. "No. Sometimes the road is blocked because the destination isn't ready for you yet." Kabir didn't believe him. Months passed. Needing money, Kabir accepted work repairing old buildings in nearby villages. At first, he hated every moment. This wasn't his dream. But slowly, he began noticing things. Why some buildings cracked. Why others survived earthquakes. Why expensive houses sometimes collapsed while simple homes stood strong. Every repair taught him something no classroom ever had. He carried a notebook everywhere. Every mistake became a lesson. Every obstacle became experience. 2 years later, a devastating earthquake struck a nearby city. Hundreds of buildings collapsed. Thousands lost their homes. A national emergency was declared. Engineers from across the country rushed to help. Kabir volunteered. While inspecting damaged homes, experienced engineers were surprised by his knowledge. He understood structural weaknesses better than many professionals. One senior engineer asked, "Where did you study?" Kabir smiled. "Mostly on broken buildings." The engineer laughed. "Sometimes the best teachers aren't universities. They're life's hardships." A few weeks later, the government announced a nationwide competition. This time, The challenge wasn't about beautiful buildings. It was about designing affordable earthquake-resistant homes. Thousands entered. Kabir submitted his design based on everything he had learned repairing damaged houses. Months later, the winners were announced. Kabir stood silently among hundreds of contestants. Third place, not him. Second place, still not him. His heart sank. Then the announcer smiled. The first prize goes to Kabir Sharma. The crowd erupted. Reporters surrounded him. Cameras flashed. Journalists asked, "Who taught you to design like this?" Kabir paused. Then he answered, "A mountain that refused to let me pass." The audience looked confused. He smiled. "Years ago, I thought an obstacle destroyed my dream. In reality, it redirected me toward a greater purpose. If I had attended that interview, I would have become an ordinary architect. Because I missed it, life taught me lessons that helped me build homes capable of saving thousands of lives." Years later, Kabir became one of the country's most respected architects. Schools invited him to speak. Students always ask the same question, "Sir, what's the biggest secret behind your success?" Kabir would smile and point toward the mountains. Never hate the obstacle standing in your way. You only see the rock in front of you. Life sees the road ahead. Trust that sometimes the delay is preparing you for something far greater than what you originally planned. Many people quit because they think obstacles mean stop. But sometimes obstacles actually mean grow first. The strongest trees grow against the strongest winds. The brightest diamonds are created under the greatest pressure. The greatest success stories are rarely built on smooth roads. So the next time life places a mountain in your path, don't immediately ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead ask, "What is this obstacle trying to teach me before I move forward?" Because one day you'll look back and realize the obstacle wasn't standing between you and your dream. It was preparing you to become the person capable of achieving it.